What is going on, peeps? Look at me and a group of newbies. We're just chatting, and we were having fun talking about stuff. What I'm realizing is, out of I think it was about five of us chatting. One of them was kind of quiet, but for the most part, these people have never heard about the Iraqi dinar. They wanted to know how's the rate thing going to go up? How do you know it's going to go up? And then I was trying to explain it to him, and the person says, "Well, I went through a lot of your videos, and you make arguments back and forth." And I go, "Look. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you something, and just for you to think about. And this is why I know the rate is going to go up. But before we get into that, really quick." I'm not an attorney, a tax advisor, or a financial advisor. Please consult with real professionals. The following is my opinion and my opinion only based on my own research. I will share the information I find with you and will encourage you to read or listen to the information so that you could form your own opinion. Also, in case you didn't know this, there is a Facebook group called Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as my YouTube channel. I will encourage you guys to please come along in here and join us. I will leave a link in the description. In here we do talk about the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as other stocks. Things that the average Joe and Joan can think about is investing into. You don't have to be rich to invest. You really don't. You have to start somewhere, and eventually it'll accumulate. Okay, so use discretionary funds is what I always tell people. And what I mean by discretionary funds is this. Look, if you are hawking your mortgage or refinancing your home to take money out of your equity to buy these types of investments, that's really risky. Okay? What I mean by discretionary funds is this. Let's say you make $1,000 a month, and that's just a round number. Calm down, people. But you only have about, $500 worth of bills. So you have another $500 in which you could do whatever you want with it. Drink beer, smoke weed, I don't care, go on vacation, bass, fishing, hunting, I don't care. The point is you have another $500 worth of discretionary funds. That's what discretionary means. Money you could do whatever you need with after your bills have been paid. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of money you will use to buy these different investments. Okay, so look, I was in one of my videos. It's called Stock Watch. I was trying to make a point about investments to eyeball, and this is my point. Prior to the coronavirus, you could look at there's 6 months worth of history here of the MGM stock, and I'm using this as an example, and this should be applied everywhere. Okay, so this is my example. So MGM is now down to $13.94 per share. But if you look over the history, the share has been somewhere between, teetering for the past 3 months between $31 and $33. Once the coronavirus hit and then they did quarantine, of course the stock dropped. The point being, look, do you really believe that the value of $13.94 is going to be the real value of the stock? Of course it is right now because we're in quarantine. But once we're out of quarantine, it's going to go back up. This is a 6-month history right here. I don't know if anything's happened year to date. For the most part, look at for the year, it's teetering between 31 and 33. So you could look at this and make an educational guess. And my educational guess is this. If you buy it now at $13.94, you should have no problem with increasing or increasing your investment 2.5 times the amount you put in at $13.94. That is a safe, educated bet. Because why? Because I have a whole year's worth of right here show me that the value is between $31 and $33. And we all know what caused this stock to go down. Does this make sense to you? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, and I did use that for other ones as well. I think I showed, that's the MGM. I did show Win as well. Win is another stock for the past 6 months. You could see they're teetering up somewhere around 120. Yeah, maybe a little bit higher here. So right before the coronavirus hit. So they were starting to get up there. They're around $130, $140 mark. Where are they at now? $76.61. They went all the way down as far as $40, but they're currently at $76.61. Do you think they're going to stay there? Well, no, history shows me over the past year that this stock is performing at around at least the $1.25, $1.30 mark. Well, okay, so look at $1.38, $1.40. Okay, anyways, the point is, I'm willing to bet that if you invest here at 76.61, that whatever you invest in, once we're done with quarantine, your stock will double. Why? Because there is an ongoing history here of performance. Do you see where I'm going with this? Because I'm going to make a point with you about the Iraqi dinar. I'm going to show you something, okay? This way you guys will understand where I'm coming from. So this is the type of stuff I look at. This is why I'm able to say, let's eyeball these specific stocks. This is why right now is probably the greatest time ever for you to have really opportunity to do something with your investments. Now, you might be in a 401k that took a massive hit. So you never want to sell once it goes down. Just leave it there. It will rebound. What I'm talking about is discretionary funds or moving your investments around. Okay. Again, this is just my opinion based on an educated guess. Look, based on the research that I see. So now let's talk about the Iraqi dinar. You guys remember this. Everybody in the dinar community lost their shit when they saw this. Okay? Dinar world came undone when this interview with Laura Ingraham. And remember when Trump said this?
Pay us a lot more.
Do you think that Iraq should repay the American taxpayer for these bases?
Sure.
For what we've done there?
You heard that from me.
Yeah,
okay?
I know. Will we?
I said, if we leave, you got to pay us. If we leave, you have to pay us for embassies. You have to pay us for the money we put in.
How are you going to collect?
Well, we have a lot of their money right now. We have a lot of their money. We have $35 billion of their money right now.
We have $35 billion of their money right now. $35 billion. So let me ask you something. Why? Why would the United States be holding on to so much currency of a country if the currency wasn't going to be worth anything? Think about that. Would you lend somebody money to help rebuild their home and they gave you something in collateral to help them build that home, and the thing that they gave you as collateral is not valuable, has no value or no potential to be value? And the worst case scenario, whatever they're giving up as collateral is going to be slightly more valuable down the line than what you lent out, or at least equal to what you lent out. Okay? You heard what Trump said. We built airports there. Not one, several of them. Military bases, airports. We done some infrastructure things there. We hold $35 billion. And to be quite honest, $35 billion isn't very much. Most of us remember that it was not President Bush. It was one of his staff members. I think it was the Secretary of Treasury at the time, or the Secretary of State, said, don't worry about the cost of the Iraqi war. It will pay for itself. It wasn't President Bush that said that. It was somebody in his administration. Because they knew. They knew. You want to see? I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you what they're basing this off. So I just showed you, when you start looking at some quick flips as far as investments are concerned, I showed you why I thought the WIN and the MGM were good ones. Because if you look at over the past year where their stocks were performing prior to the coronavirus, you could see that it was much higher. And you could see that they were averaging up well below or well above where they are now. So there's no reason not to believe that they won't go back up there again. Now, having said that, do you really think the United States would be holding on to Iraqi dinars if they didn't think it was going to be valuable? Seriously, do you really, really believe that? Because let me show you something. Just like I'm showing you here, I'm only showing you 1 year's worth of performance for the wind resorts. And then again, I showed you over here only 1 year's worth of performance for the MGM. Do you see where I'm going? But now let me show you about the Iraqi dinar. This is the performance of the Iraqi dinar from 1980 to the year 2000. You got 20 years worth of history. Not 1 year, 20. This is the $3 range. This is, in other words, for every Iraqi dinar that we exchange, we get at least $3. So you got something to judge here. So it's down here to, what is this, $2.50, and it goes as high as, oh, look at that, it added like a little twitch up here. Was it $3.95.7? Okay, but look at this is 20 years of the Iraqi dinar performance. Do you see this? Do you see where it's ranging? It's ranging everywhere from the lowest it ever was $2.47 to the highest, which was $3.95. You want to round them up, that's fine. $3.96, $3.48. Do you see the performance? It has a long history of performing in between that range of about $2.50 and $3.90. 20 years worth of that range. Now, you got to remember, the only reason why the Iraqi dinar is where it is at this current moment is because the value of the Iraqi dinar was lowered and devalued because of some penalties and punishment. They're not recognized internationally right now. What I mean by that is the Iraqi dinar is not on the foreign exchange. Okay? What do you think is going to happen when everybody believes that Iraq has so much growth potential? There's so much resources there, even more than Kuwait. I did a video called Kuwait versus Iraq. Go watch it. I showed people that, trust me, Iraq has way more to offer and is way more valuable than Kuwait is as far as their abilities and their natural resources, okay? Now, having said that, just like I showed you over here on this stock performance, but only for a year, I can easily, wisely, and make an educated guess that it's not going to stay down here at $13.94, and how I'm willing, if I had $100,000, and I'm not lying, I would do this. I would put it all on the MGM, knowing that it's going to most likely increase 2.5 times its current value. Why? Because there's 1 year's worth of performance at that level. Just like I showed you with the win. Okay? These are shoo-in. You know what I mean? These are shoo-in. Look at this. This is stocks in 150 range. You know, but February. Look at this is January. This is where it was in January 2020. Okay? So let's look at 5 years. Okay? So this is where it was, 2018. Let's get to, took a small dip here, 2018. You can see it up there. 2000, okay, so where are we at here? Okay, that's 2020. Okay, so look, the stock is started to go on a rise and was on its way up and then took a hit. Okay, so the point being is this: if I'm looking at 1 year's worth, all right, it was up there. And remember, where are we at here? January 2020, September 20. The point being, with 1 year's worth of data right here, I could guarantee you that it's not going to stay here. That's just not going to. Once we get out of quarantine, it's going to get up. Okay? And that's based on the past performance. If you look over here on the true history of the Iraqi dinar, long before it was punished and devalued, we know eventually it's going to get back up here again. There's no doubt about it, okay? So just like I was showing you on those stocks, I'm now showing you, you could go in here and see the history of the Iraqi dinar, okay? Seriously, hell, let's change it. Let's get it up to 1990s just for shits and giggles. 1990. So 264. 266 as high as 378. So you can see what I mean even then. And these are rates prior to them getting devalued. Okay, so what does that mean? Once this currency is recognized internationally again, speculators are going to flood the market and start buying into IraqI Dinar for the same reason that I'm telling you. They know the past performance for the IraqI Dinar has always been somewhere between a high $2.70 to the very low $3.70. All right. They expect it to perform at that level again. Okay. So what has changed? What has changed between what happened to Iraq then versus now? Well, we know that we invaded them in 1998. So let's go to 1998. The dinar is still performing well. Okay? Before it took a huge crap, all right? So it still was performing well. Okay, you guys? Anyways, that's the point. I'm trying to show you. Do we anticipate it going there again? Yes, I do. Anyways, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm using these types of information, this types of graph to tell myself what to expect, okay? I'm expecting it to go back up there. That's exactly what I'm expecting it to do. I'm showing you the past performance, not just 1 year's worth of performance, but 20 years worth of performance, okay? 20 years worth of performance should tell you everything you need to know about this investment. Will it get there? Eventually. When will it get there? God only knows. And I mean literally God only knows. All right? Okay, so anyways, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this. Do you think we're going to get back up here? Do you think it's possible? Do you think what Trump is talking about? Do you really think the United States would waste their time and their money holding 35 billion dinars? All right. For what? 35 billion doesn't pay anything at all. Not dinar currency. It's not worth it. 35 billion dinar isn't worth squabbly. Okay? So, we either anticipated an increase in value or it's just smart financing. We know it's going to go up. All right. Anyways, I just wanted to use that because I was explaining it to people. I thought, well, this will make a neat video. I can use the same thing that I was trying to explain to people about this on this. Okay. All right, you guys, let me know what you think. I'll talk to you later. Bye.